Oh boy, what a week this is about to be. Hello, people of the internet, and welcome. My name is Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM, and today I'm here to talk about the announcement, hopefully you've seen by now. Our show, Bitten, has a community spotlight on the Darrington Press website. This is wild, and we've been keeping this under wraps for a little while, and even when we officially knew that this was going to happen, it still didn't quite feel real until the posts went out today. This has been a surreal experience, and I just want to talk about it a little bit. But before we continue on in this video, I would appreciate it if you left a like and a hype, whatever that is, but apparently it helps videos now. I would greatly appreciate it. And hey, if you end up enjoying the vibe here and you enjoy the sound of my voice, then click subscribe, because there are hours and hours of content of me just yapping away. So, enjoy, stick around. We'd appreciate having you. But with all of that being said, yes, the announcement went out. The community post is here. It is a full interview with the cast, along with some announcements about things happening with our production. But for those who are not familiar, Bitten is a Daggerheart actual play that I am a part of. I'm a cast member in it, and it is a joint production between Talking XP and Crit Hit Chronicles, which are two separate channels that came together to put on this production. And we started this year working on this show, and it's about a zombie apocalypse meets a fantasy setting. Our first episode follows a group of characters who are experiencing a zombie outbreak on the first day. And then our second episode is a flash forward 20 years later. Yeah, so it is a harrowing and emotional roller coaster of an experience with intense combat and incredible role playing that is done by the cast that is there. And to have garnered the recognition that we have thus far is wild. Again, this is our first season that we wrapped up, 10 episodes, and our first episode on YouTube has over 10,000 views, which is mind-boggling. And we are so appreciative of that, because we did not get here by any promotion or ads or anything like that. It was just us making a few posts on social media when we went live, and then everything else has been word of mouth. Every single thing about this show and how it's spread has just been people recommending it because they love the table, the story that we're telling, the vibe, all of it. So it is an incredibly humbling experience, because I really cannot put into words just how meaningful it is to have people recognize your work and value your table and just want to talk about it. Everyone lives busy lives. So we are always grateful when people take time out of their day to listen to us play pretend for 3 to 4 hours. It is truly a joy. So with all that being said, because of this attention and the incredible amount of work that our game master, Johnny, aka Talking XP, has done behind the scenes, we were able to strike up a conversation with the good folks over at Darrington Press. And again, it's very surreal that all of this is happening, and further down the line, we'll be able to go into more detail and what this means for the future. But for right now, we have a community post on the very front page. You see our faces on there, and we're also in the newsletter as well that just went out today, which is wonderful. But when you delve further into that article, it is an interview with the cast, and we talk about Daggerheart, what it's like to use it for an actual play, what it's like merging it with a setting and doing this cross blend between a zombie apocalypse and a high fantasy setting, all these different things. So we go into detail about that and our character building. But then there's also an announcement that we will be having a talk back where we will be going over the events of season 1 and answering questions about the show on September 28th at 11 a.m. PST, I believe it is. I'll double check. It should be on the screen. I think I got it wrong when I was promoting that on my shorts and all those socials earlier, but the correct time will be on the screen. And I'm just so grateful and humbled because it is this sort of recognition alone, or opportunities don't often come our way for tables like us and diverse tables. And so it means a lot to have this opportunity and to have our voices amplified by this platform. And I know people hear that, but genuinely, this show has meant so much to us. And it has been such a joyful expression of our love of storytelling, but also for me, it has been this beautiful cultural embrace I made a video about, of being able to take my own culture and history and heritage and interweave that into the world that we were able to craft together. It's just wonderful. It's a very emotionally resonating experience. And I wouldn't trade this table for the world. I love rolling dice and playing pretend with these folks every single time I get a chance to. And that's because outside of the game, they are incredible human beings that I am fortunate enough to call my friends. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be here. But with all that being said, let me know what questions you have about Bitten or Daggerheart that you maybe want us to bring up during the talkback. I guess leave those in the comment sections down below. I can't really go into further detail about, talking with Darrington Press and things of that nature, but hey, stay tuned. Cool stuff is in store. But also we'll be talking about a little bit of season 2 hints will be going on for that, because we are ready to dive back into this story. But with all that being said, everyone, this has been a wild day. It's been exhausting, like trying to keep up with all these posts and all that jazz, but it's been a very rewarding day. And I'm just grateful. I just show up where I am invited and I do the best job that I can. And I am so glad that the hard work of everybody at that table, Kelly, Cujo, Meadow, especially shout out to Cujo for helping so much with the production aspect of things. This production does not happen the same way without them and all their hard work that they put into promoting the show and the graphics that they make. It's absolutely incredible the work they put in. Kelly is one of the best actresses, not only role players, one of the best actresses I've ever had the honor of bearing witness to in my entire life. Meadow is a world-class talent and an amazing friend. And I'm so happy that we get to play games together like almost every week. It's always a joy. And Noir is amazingly talented and so sincere in their performance and is just a visionary in what they do. And Johnny, I mean, truly to have a captain at the helm of the ship who is, you guys do not understand what our game master has done for us, not only with putting together the table and putting together the story that we love, but being a champion for this table. Behind the scenes, I cannot begin to explain all of the things he has gone through to give this table the recognition and the spotlight that he believes it deserves. So we don't take that for granted at all whatsoever, nor do we take for granted the audience that we have garnered that has been enjoying the journey thus far. But all that being said, I was going to say this for the podcast, but I was like, nah, I got to hop on right now and just talk about this because this is wonderful. And it's just great. So I hope to see you for the next video. In case this is your first time finding me, hi. And, stick around. I got some other videos. I think they're pretty cool. With all that being said, guys, let's see what the future holds. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to yourself during these times. Be kind to yourself. And just remember that joy and love in and of itself are acts of revolution. Peace.